Today I'm going to be seeing how long it takes to put up a Gazelle tent. I purchased the Gazelle Overland EXP tent, and I'm going to see how long it takes me to put it up, how intuitive it is, and we'll check it out. All right. Plenty of these. Setting up the tent is simply a matter of unfolding it and pulling out each of the tabs on the walls. And then finally you push up the tab on the roof. One problem that I ran into was that when I would try to pull the tabs on the walls, it would pull the whole tent. After a couple of minutes, I decided to put a couple of the stakes to hold the corners of the tent, and that helped it to go up much more quickly. So here's the front. Let's go in. There we go. So all together, I'd say took about maybe 5 minutes to get it all set up. Never set it up before, and it looks pretty good. So we go inside here. See, I'm right at about 6 foot tall, so I feel like I've got plenty of headroom. Wanted to say just a few words about the whole process of getting a tent and choosing one. I actually had been thinking about getting a tent for over a year now, and the reason why it took me so long to finally make a purchase were two big reasons. One is that there are like so many options available, and so it's a little difficult to sort through all the different features and really decide what's going to be the best bang for the buck. And there are tents available at pretty much every price point. And then the second thing is that I've never camped out in my life, and I'm not even really sure that I want to do that. I became fascinated with overlanding and off-roading a little over a year ago, but the main thing that draws me to that is the off-roading part. I don't really care so much about the camping part, but it seems like it might be fun, and I was willing to give it a try. I had thought about getting a rooftop tent. The problem with that is I'd have to get a roof rack for my Jeep, and with it being a JK, there aren't a lot of great options for roof racks from what I have seen. And then the second thing is that the rooftop tent that I would probably be most interested in getting would be something that's the absolute lightest weight, and of course those are typically the most expensive, and I don't know if I want to drop $4,500 on a tent. One of my hang-ups is that since I'm primarily drawn to the off-roading, I want to keep my Jeep as capable as it should be, and because of that I don't want to put a couple of 100 pounds or even 150 pounds up on the roof of it and really throw off the center of gravity and make it difficult to get through tight spaces. I want my Jeep to be basically the best Jeep that it can be for off-roading. But then the downside of a ground tent is that I don't like the idea of being on the same level as every critter that goes by in the night. So I'm not sure about that. And then another thing is that one of the main places that I would actually go camping is only about an hour and a half away from my house. Now, on the one hand, that's good because I could easily get out there. But the other side of that is that if I'm out off-roading or driving trails and it starts getting dark, I can think, well, it's only an hour and a half until I'm back home where I've got all my food, TV, my bathroom, my bed, and just much more comfortable. I'm thinking, what do I really need to be out in the woods at night for? You go to bed really early, and then you get up at the crack of dawn. Well, I tend to be a late night dweller, and I don't like to get up super early. So again, I'm just not sure that camping is going to be my cup of tea. But I did get this Gazelle Overland EXP tent. Now, I had looked at one by a company called Overlandish, and I liked the construction of it. It seemed like it was very durable, but it was also pretty heavy. There was another tent by a company called FSR that I really liked and almost bought it. I liked the fact that it had these big mesh walls. But the problem with it is that it packed into a bag that was like over 6 feet long. And I think they mainly intend for you to carry it like on a roof rack. Well, I want something that's compact and will easily fit in my Jeep. So I had seen the Gazelle tents, that they were very popular. A lot of people get those, but it seems like there were also some complaints about them. But then I saw that this Overland EXP version came out, and everyone seemed to be really happy with it. It went up very easily. It seemed fairly sturdy, and it fit into a bag that I knew would easily fit in my Jeep. So I thought, why not? Let's just pull the trigger and see how it goes. So I haven't camped out in it yet, but I did set it up this afternoon. It went up very easily. I'm going to take it down here in just a few minutes. I don't think I'll have any trouble with that. Yeah, I'll probably get a cot and a sleeping bag, and we may give it a go. I'll let you know how it goes.